Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hello. It's been a minute, but I'm back. Woo! Y'all just let me have a moment just to celebrate. Uh it's good to be here with you on this Saturday afternoon. It has been, in the podcast world, it's a few shows missed. That's a lot. Um, and I have not been with you. Of course, most of you know that I had surgery and was not able to sit down with you guys and comfortably. I tried to do one show just with voice only, but I said, look, if I'm gonna do it, I better do it right. I ain't no sense of doing it halfway, you know. Um, so I'm just glad to be back with you guys. Welcome everybody to once again the Big Time Show podcast that is here on Podbean and here on Facebook and YouTube and here on Twitter and of course here on Twitch as well. And to those that may be listening to this a little later on after the show has been uploaded, hello to you as well. Um, it's not live, but hello. You can't say I wasn't nice. I said hello. And for those that are on iHeartRadio and Pandora and all the other Apple Podcasts, all the other platforms, I'm sorry, that the show is listed on, hello to you as well. It has been a minute. I'm doing better, obviously, because I'm here with you live. For those that are on Podbean, people can see me actually. Hello to everybody on Podbean. I see you. I see Miss Ty is in the house. And a couple other people. I'm sorry I can't read. I got this thing on small screen and I don't want to mess up my camera angle. And I'm bending down trying to look at it. I guess I could kind of spread it out. Hey, I want to be nice, so I'm going to do that this time on Podbean. I got to be nice. That is Mr. Vishari 93 and Hedrick. Hey, hello to everybody that is in the house. What is going on? We all here together. Let's have some fun in here. It has been a minute. A lot of stuff has gone on. This is a great weekend, Hall of Fame weekend. We have 3 Dallas Cowboy coach and 2 players that are going to be enshrined into the NFL Football Hall of Fame this weekend. Cliff Harris, Drew Pearson, and Coach Jimmy Johnson. This is a great, great day in Cowboy land. A lot of things have went on, and I'm not going to be here because I'll be here for 5 hours if I start talking about everything that has went on today. But of course, before I really get rolling, let me pay a little bills here. That music you just heard was from our openings from Alec Winters. You can find him on Instagram if you want to hear music like that. Please go to his Instagram page that is right there on the screen for you. And you can, of course, follow his page and you hear good stuff like that. So I appreciate him as always letting me use his music for the show. I appreciate it so much. What has gone on here? I guess I could start it out with some niceness before I get radical. I guess I could. Listen, first things first. I was proud of Jimmy Jones. Of Jerry Jones. I was proud of Jerry Jones. I have to admit it to you. I was very proud of Jerry Jones. He had to be forced to do something. The spotlight of the whole world was on him. And he delivered. He delivered. There's no doubt about it. He delivered. And everybody should by now knows exactly what I'm talking about. He delivered what everybody has been wanting for, or, I've said it here on my show too many times. That Restream trying to talk to me at the same time. Let me type this in. I'm trying to hear conversation. Oh, forgive me for this. This is janky, but it is what it is. Just trying to get back in gear. Jimmy Johnson, of course, is going into the Hall of Fame this week. And I've been saying it for a long time, if you've been hanging with me, that it makes no sense in the world that Jimmy Johnson would be going into the Hall of Fame and not be into the Cowboys Ring of Honor. It actually is backwards. How can you go into the NFL Hall of Fame and not be recognized by your own team? It just didn't make any sense at all. But obviously there was something there that is personal. That is definitely personal when it came to Jerry and to Jimmy. But to make a long story short, you guys all have seen it by now. What's going on? I see my man, the name now, my guys here, Roger T. Holman, a.k.a. known as the Good and the Bad and the Ugly Truth, who has his own podcast show on Podbean as well. I follow his show for those. Of course, I know who you are, man. I know exactly who you are. You ain't got to tell me. I see you, man. My man is there, and he's here with me live. I think for the first time, you get to see my face and all my facial expressions while I talk here. But he has his own show on. He has his own show on Podbean as well. You guys need to follow him. For those that are on Podbean, go subscribe to him. Of course, it's the Good, Bad, and Ugly Truth. Go follow him on there. Hey, E. Kush, I see you, man. To make a long story short, Jimmy, you can tell he wants it. You can tell he wants it all. And I can't blame him because it made no sense. You got all the players that he coached, guys who contributed to the franchise, who won world championships under his watch, and he all the main players are in the Ring of Honor, but Jimmy is not. It just makes no sense at all. If Tom Landry is there, then certainly Jimmy Johnson need to be there. And what happened on national TV, you had Terry Bradshaw, Howie Long, James Brown, you had Michael Strahan, and you had Troy Aikman. Hey, Michael Evans, thank you, appreciate it. You had Michael Strahan and Troy Aikman up there, along with Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson. And basically, Terry Bradshaw is the one that needs. I never thought I would thank a Pittsburgh Steeler, but I got to give all credit to Terry Bradshaw because Terry Bradshaw put Jimmy straight into the fish grease, if you let me say that. Some of y'all may not understand what I'm saying. Fish grease, when you're cooking fish, is very hot. He put him in the fish grease. He put him on the spot with all the cameras watching. And Jerry Jones is savvy enough to know that everybody is looking. He knows whatever he says at that particular time is going to go viral. He knows it. And he had to be forced into doing something that we as a fan base have been begging for the last at least 4 to 5 years, and maybe even longer. When Terry Bradshaw asked him, when is he going to go to the Ring of Honor? I mean, Jerry Jones had no room to falter, to, try to wiggle himself out of it. It was a straightforward question. He had to answer it. He tried to get smooth with it, but they asked him again after he finished his little story, and Jerry went in and said then he's going to the Ring of Honor. And so that probably will be this year. Just in case you don't know, Jimmy Johnson will be in Dallas for don't know exactly what game to get his Hall of Fame ring. So it only makes sense that if he's gonna get his Hall of Fame ring in Dallas, then let's go ahead and just finish it all off. Put him in the ring of honor where he belongs. Lord knows you cannot tell the story of the Dallas Cowboy franchise without mentioning Jimmy Johnson's name. I mean, it is only right. Why did it have to take this long? Who knows? But this is what I feel about it. This is what I feel. I believe that the curse has been lifted from the Dallas Cowboy franchise. I believe the proverbial black cat has been lifted because of this. You know, you can't do people wrong and then think great gonna come to you. Here in Memphis, Tennessee, for instance, there's a curse that is on the University of Memphis basketball team, which my fraternity brother Penny Hardaway is on. What in the world? Oh well, Podbean. There's a okay. There's a guy on here that calls himself the future. The feature show hates all N-word podcasters. Podbean, y'all on here, he putting some nice little stuff down. Hates all N-word podcaster. Share the live show. Okay, so he shared my show, but okay, well, Doc, if you don't like the show, get off the show. It's just that simple. See, I didn't want to start up real quick, but since you want to invade my space here, uh, and you know can tell by my voice that I am a black man, a proud one too, I may add. But since you want to come on here, let me block you. I'm gonna help you, okay? So I don't have to have this. I'm going to help you. Since you don't like N-word podcasters, I am going to personally help you by blocking you. So you ain't gotta worry about it no more, okay? This is how I got to come back, y'all. I didn't want to come back like this, but somebody done got on Podbean and say they hate all N-word podcasters. Okay, well, with this one you ain't got to worry about. Let me go and block you. Yeah, there you go. Okay, you ain't got to worry about this one no more. Good, bad, and ugly truth. You hear me, Rod? Can I call you Rod? You may have to see this one because uh, I done blocked them now, but be looking out on there for your show. This is yeah. I'm gonna ignore it, Roger, but I had to go ahead and uh, I had to go ahead and do that. So wow, I would I would get loose with that, but I got too much stuff to talk about. I may have to tie that in at the end, y'all. Okay, y'all let me come back to that. I'm gonna have to set that one up. Okay, because I didn't want to do that, but thank you. They just let me know what I need to close out with. Uh, okay. Uh, okay. Jimmy Johnson is there. No, Mike, you ain't got to do that. You ain't got to go on Podbean. I already blocked him, so we ain't got to worry about that no more. See, I don't give room. Now, if he would, the other thing is he popped in and then he popped out. He was not technically listening. I guess he can tell by my voice that I'm kind of black, And then he popped right back out, put all that little stuff there in the chat box, and then messed that up. So. Um, Oh, okay. They'll create another account. Okay, so I just put him out of there. So, whatever. When he come back, I take care of him. Ain't no problem. I'm gonna do it real smooth and professional, like I did then. Okay, I'm just helping them. If you don't like black podcasters, just leave. If you can't leave, I help you. I ain't got no problem with it. It's a million, billions of people here. It's all good. So I'm happy for Jimmy. He deserves it. I'm happy for Jerry. Here in Memphis, let me go back to that. University of Memphis basketball team. We believe, well, it's a lot of people that believe that there's a curse on this program because of the way that the University of Memphis did Coach Larry Finch, who's gone on to be with the Lord now. We believe that Larry Finch was done wrong, and the franchise has not, even with John Calipari here, we have not got what we think we should get, and that is a national championship. We believe that the curse is going to show up at some point in time. Memphis did right by putting Penny on the squad, and I believe that kind of erased a lot of things. And I believe, it's just me. You ain't got to believe it. It's just me. I believe that the curse of the Dallas Cowboys for the last probably 20, 25, 26 years has now been lifted because of Jerry Jones and his willingness to kind of bow down a little bit. I still, just like E. Kush said earlier, I still think there's a little something that's there. These are two proud individuals, extremely proud individuals, a lot of pride. And I don't think Jerry Jones is the type of guy that likes to be forced to do anything. And I believe that's what happened. And it's to the point where he has to be nice to Jimmy now because the Hall of Fame recognizes Jimmy Johnson. So he would look actually real crazy if he did not recognize Jimmy Johnson in some type of reverence type fashion. It'll look really like you are a bona fide 100% hater for real. And so I'm grateful that Jimmy is getting his rightful due. If he goes to the Ring Honor, it really is going to be, real special. He deserves it. Looking forward to it. So I'm happy about that. Which led, of course, to the Hall of Fame game. I ain't said nothing. I've been quiet about it. Everybody, most by now, if you're a Cowboy fan, you've heard everybody from ESPN all the way to your favorite podcasters, and you've heard all the analysts from TV, whether it's Good Morning Football and all that. You've heard everybody talk about it. I hadn't said anything. Let me give you my take on it. And whether you agree with it or not, that's on you. I'm not saying that my take is the gospel. I'm just saying this is my take. Number one, it's preseason. I think we Cowboy fans want perfection so much that we want perfection from whatever we do. We want a Super Bowl in practice. We want Super Bowls in the preseason game. We want to see everything perfect and all that kind of stuff. It's preseason, which means you are going to have some mistakes. Lord knows we saw enough mistakes in the Hall of Fame game. We saw that. You expect that, actually. The guys look good in practice, but they're playing the same guys every day, okay? Now you get to play somebody else. And then when you start to find out exactly where you really are. And we did not look as bad as some people like to paint it. And then we did not look as great or as good as some people like to paint it. There's a divided opinion on some players. Some people think that this player look good. That same player, some people think that they look bad. It really just all depends on how you look and what you saw. That's really what it all boils down to. Me, on the other hand, I saw a few positives. Saw a lot of negatives, without a doubt, but I saw a few positives, and I'll keep it nice today. I saw, if I was to give the best performance out of the day, if you'll say a game ball, Um, I would give it to Rico Dow, that the running back, number 34 from the Cowboys. Tony Pollard did not play. Of course, Ezekiel Elliott did not play. I saw the linemen in for one series, and after that, it was a bunch of backup linemen. Rico had a tremendous game in terms of sending a statement. What is the statement? The statement is he deserves to be on this 53-man roster. If you ask me, I don't have no problem with saying he needs to be the third running back on this team, without a doubt. And some would argue and say that he could be a liable backup. Here's the reason why, my opinion, of course, why we need to really invest into him. We got a 17-game season. The last couple of years, Ezekiel Elliott has not been healthy. I don't care how much y'all love Zeke and how much y'all wanna say he's the man and all that. I'm not even coming against that. All I'm dealing is with the bottom line. The last few years, Ezekiel Elliott has not been healthy. He's getting banged up. When you play like he plays, when you as physical of a running back like he is, you better have somebody behind him just in case he gets hurt. It's just my opinion. Of course, we still got some more preseason games to go. Let me tell you something. I believe with the way that Rico runs the ball, and he can catch the football, I believe that we will be okay if Ezekiel Elliott goes down. I believe that if Ezekiel Elliott goes down, Tony Pollard obviously will become our starter, and you can bring Rico in, and you really, to be honest with you, you won't miss a beat. I'm not going to say you're not going to miss a beat. I'm just saying the running game will not fall off the cliff if Rico and Pollard have that there. So my game ball, I was thoroughly impressed with Rico. I believe out of everybody on the field, with the exception of maybe one person that I'm gonna name in a second, I think he stood out above the rest, without a doubt. I see you, E. Kush said our offense ain't changed a lick. It's been that way for 2 seasons now. We cannot score touchdowns. We look good between the 20s, but that's all. We also got pushed around, and the defense looks soft with a capital T. Well, here's the thing. It's preseason. That's all I'm going to say. Can't judge it because our guys really weren't there. Cooper's not in the game. Lamb only played, I think, one, Lamb, nobody. Gallup didn't play. Jarwin didn't play. Dalton Schultz looked good. The one catch that he had backup line. We really can't judge it. I understand what you're saying, though, because everybody knows by now how I feel about Kellen Moore. I said on 9,000 billion times that between the 20s, Kellen Moore is legit. He is one of the best play callers there. It's in the red zone where his problem is. Ain't true enough to form. We got from the 20 to the 20, then got to the red zone, couldn't put it in. However, let's keep in mind that the offense that he was calling was extremely vanilla. You don't look for a lot of greatness in play calling in the preseason game, especially the first one. You ain't trying to put nothing on film so people they can see it and all that kind of stuff. So we really ain't worried about play calling as of now. Well, I agree with you because I would love to see them score. We need it, but we didn't have it. But I'm not surprised. Doesn't matter who's playing, we are still seeing the same ability to score. Well, like I said, I'm not. You see, you can't argue with that because we didn't score. So you can't argue with it. But in fairness, let's see what we got when the guys get in. Let's see what we got when Cooper and Lamb and Gallup and Zeke and our real offensive linemen in the game, and then we can judge it. It would have been nice to score, but we just didn't. Which leads to another positive before I go to the negative. The other positive was Michael Parsons. And some may say, well, he really didn't do nothing but fall on the football with the fumble recovery. Good. What that means is his reputation carries over. Because if you know anything about him in Penn State, his reputation is that he's always around the football. Well, here we go again. First preseason game, first series. Guess who get the turnover? Michael Parsons. His body is always around the football, and I don't have no problem with that. Plus, I need him to go ahead and set the tone as quick as possible with letting everybody know it's a new day on this defense. We're going to get the ball. We're going to turn over the football. We're going to get turnovers. And Michael Parsons did that. So I was impressed with him being around the ball. I think he had about 3 or 4 tackles. Good work for the first day. That's only going to get better. So we got a bona fide, legitimate killer on defense, and I love that. Nashawn Wright, only one other than him giving up on the play, trying to get a call, for offensive pass interference. He looked he looked great. He looked good. He can run. Made a couple tackles also. Nobody really got past him. He has to play through it. And if you heard the press conference from Mike McCarthy, the inference is that he did the same thing in practice. So he has a habit of trying to get a call instead of just playing through it. That can be coached. So I ain't really worried about that. But other than that, he looked good. Now, I don't want to call this next thing negative or positive, but I think it's kind of the middle. And that goes to Mr. Gilbert, now quarterback. Here's the positive. I don't think it's no question that he's the backup quarterback of this football team as of now. No question about it. Cooper Rush, no, sir. I'm not even going to bring up the one and only Ben DiNucci, please. See, the one thing about Patrick Mahomes is that his style, the way he throws the ball, his delivery of the football, if you can find somebody to throw the ball sidearm and underhanded and, from all type of angles, you think you may have the next Patrick Mahomes. The Patrick Mahomes type come around once every 30, 40 years. There's only one Patrick Mahomes. And just because you can throw a sidearm, that don't mean that you are Patrick Mahomes. If anything, Ben DiNucci have showed us, at least in my opinion, that he is an arena league quarterback. He's not even a CFL quarterback. He's not even a Canadian Football League quarterback. He is an arena league quarterback. He would do well in the arena league. He has a strong arm. He can throw from different angles, but he is not an NFL-ready quarterback. Now, some would say, well, he ain't have no lineman. He was running for his life and all that. His decision-making is horrible. It's almost, he has no business even being considered as a backup quarterback. So the backup quarterback position as of now is really between Cooper Rush and Gilbert. And Gilbert has, in my opinion, established himself as a good backup quarterback. He did move the ball. He just didn't punch it in. However, here's the negative part. We better put a special prayer out for Dak Prescott to be healthy. Because if Dak Prescott gets hurt, our season is over. It's just that simple. Gilbert is not ready. Um, and in slight fairness, again, uh, we don't know what Gilbert would do if he had that offensive line and those playmakers outside. Uh, that's the only thing that I will say. But I don't think Gilbert. I think Gilbert is serviceable. How about that? I'm not saying he's a legitimate, dynamic backup quarterback. I believe that Gilbert would do some good things, and I believe that I don't believe that he would be. I don't think we'll be very comfortable. And a lot of people want backup quarterback. Let's go get Nick Foles. And y'all know how Cowboy fans are. Anybody we see get released, we think we supposed to have. Or somebody say something. Somebody want Nick Foles. Somebody want this person and that. Look, y'all do realize who our owner is and who our real GM is, and that's Steven. Steven, the Steven Jones cheap way out is in effect when it comes to the quarterback position. They tried there with Dalton. They're not spending $5 million on another backup quarterback. His type is not out there. The backup quarterback will have to come on some other team that cuts another quarterback. We're not going to give a Phillip Rivers. We're not going to get, guys like, we're not going to get Robert Griffin III. We're not getting these type guys. It's going to have, if we get another quarterback, it's going to be a guy that we done forgot about, number one, or it's going to be a guy that gets cut. But one of our quarterbacks is going to get cut. I don't know. The practice squad is going to need somebody. I believe that Coach McCarthy for some reason, loves Ben DiNucci, and I would be surprised if Ben DiNucci gets demoted to the practice squad, and we have three quarterbacks. I think McCarthy loved carrying three quarterbacks, so. I think that's the way it's going to be. I think DiNucci end up being the practice squad quarterback. Mike Evans said Blake Bortles. I don't like Blake. Never have liked him, but he does have experience. What's up, Gary? I see you. Blake has the experience. It is what it is. He could. Our third and fourth team only on both sides of the ball are seriously bad. If we got to use too many of these guys this year, you're in trouble. I kind of now still the offensive tackle from last year. I think his status is already kind of known from last year. So I don't even count him. I think he played pretty decent. Bohanna showed some penetration. I saw one when they scored the touchdown on the running ball. He took the wrong side. I mean, he was at the 3-yard line. He's kind of went on the outside of the guard, outside shoulder of the guard, instead of plugging it up the middle. And that's exactly where they ran, where he left. So I don't know if that was the play design or was that Bohanna just doing what he wanted or whatever. But so I don't know if what the case is on there, but Bohanna, when he played, you can see him push people out of the way. Secondary, I didn't mention Kelvin Joseph, but Kelvin Joseph looks solid. Exactly. I think Nashawn Wright and Kelvin Joseph. I haven't seen Brown really play this year. I don't know what he's doing. But I think that Kelvin Joseph is really closing in. I think they love Nashawn Wright. I really believe that nobody's gonna say it, but I really believe that Dan Quinn likes Nashawn Wright. I think he sees somewhat of a Sherman in him. I really believe that. And Nashawn looks solid. He does. Uh, he does. I like Nashawn. I do. But I think Kelvin Joseph is gonna have. I think that battle is gonna go all the way down to the end. I do. I think that which leads to today. As we all know, if you're a Cowboy fan, you know that there's a joint practice that's going on today and tomorrow with the Los Angeles Rams. And I believe, and even though we're not going to get to see it, I believe that in the case of Nashawn and Kelvin Joseph and Anthony Brown, I believe that this is a way that we're going to get closer to finding out who their second corner is going to be. Because the Rams have some legit receivers. They will be going against them guys in practice. And we're going to find out who separate themselves. I really believe that second spot is going to go down to the end. That's just my opinion. Now, all of them are going to play. But who's the starter in a base defense? That's the real question. Speaking of the practice today, we're going to find out a lot of stuff during these practices. A lot of people are excited because they know that Jalen Ramsey is going to go against CeeDee Lamb. That's going to be fun, without a doubt. There's going to be a lot of competition there. Aaron Donald, the great Aaron Donald, probably the most dominant defensive player in the game in the last 2 to 3 years, is going to go against these offensive linemen. So they're going to get tested real quick. We're going to find out who can play, who can't play. We're going to be going against who I feel is this defense. You're going against a veteran quarterback in Mr. Stafford, who know how to read a defense, know how to throw it. We're gonna find out. This is a team that most people think is gonna challenge. Definitely will be in the playoffs. And some think that it's been a few people that think that the Rams are a legit contender this year. So I'm hoping that this practice thing, we won't get to see it. We may get to see some of this on Hard Knocks, but we probably will get to see some of it on Hard Knocks. But I'm hoping that the guys show up. Gary said the kid Israel McCollum, don't forget. Yeah, he had a good game as well. But I think it's gonna be too hard for him to get into the safety mix though. It's just too many safeties we got, and then when you add Hooker to the fold, I just can't see him. I see him on maybe a special team. That's his only hope, really, to make the team to really make the team is through special teams. If not, he'll be on the practice squad. He could put a long note here. He could say, "Do you think they are being truthful about Dak's injury? They're acting weird about it. Lots of people are concerned, but they've been acting like it's nothing. It's nothing. Then why is he being held out so long? He needs to take a few hits before week 1." Well, from if you listen to Jerry, they said that the injury is kind of underneath the shoulder. It's not in the rotator cuff. It's not on top or nothing like that. It's kind of under the shoulder, kind of like right in this area here, right about the top part of your armpit, kind of like. And what Jerry said was that it requires, other people have said it too, that it requires rest. Ice, a whole lot of ice and a whole lot of rest. Me, personally speaking, this is just my opinion. Do I think they're being truthful about it? I believe they're being truthful about the prognosis. I don't think they're being truthful about the severity of it or where he was when they first checked him out. And they're not going to put that out there anyway, and nor are they supposed to. Uh, but when it comes to Tampa Bay, please understand wherever he is, all they going to do is shoot him up anyway. And please, let's just be honest. You know, if he's not right, I wouldn't be surprised they shoot him up anyway. I personally don't think that he needs to do anything right now. I believe that if he does start throwing again, let it be in practice. I said it from the beginning of the season, before preseason started. There are a couple of people that don't even need to touch the field in preseason. I don't care. Dak can get all his timing down in practice. It's just that simple. He's going against a defense in practice. He don't need to see nobody. And if he plays, he ain't playing them for one series anyway. So I don't even think to even put him. I'm talking about all 4 preseason games. I don't think Ezekiel Elliott needs to play one down. He didn't play last year, one down. Ezekiel Elliott didn't in preseason. Guys like that don't need to play. Tyron Smith, you know, I'm sorry. And I realize he's going to be seeing Pierre Paul and Shaq Barrett, when they play Tampa Bay. But let's please understand that he's seeing Randy Gregory, and he's probably going to get to see DeMarcus Lawrence, who's coming back this week. Excuse me. Please, I think that's a legitimate comparison. Shaq and Pierre Paul and Gregory and Lawrence. So that's enough work for him in practice. I don't think he needs to see any game action. We need to preserve. We got 17 games with guys who are traditionally hurt. Our main players are traditionally hurt. Amari Cooper, traditionally hurt. Ezekiel Elliott, the last few years, traditionally hurt. Tyron Smith, always hurt. I don't think they legit. I think you need to just put Randy Gregory wherever Tyron Smith is, and let's go to work. It ain't too much difference between Pierre Paul and Randy Gregory. Just let them work. And like I said before, if he played, and I see you, because I see what you're saying. And that's just a matter, and you're not wrong. It's just what I would do. But please keep in mind that if the guys did play, they wouldn't be playing but one series anyway. I don't think they would keep them there for a dress. You know, the third preseason game traditionally is the dress rehearsal game. I don't see them letting them guys play all that amount of time in a preseason game. I don't see it. That's just me. We're trying to preserve guys. It's in the Cowboys' head that Smith always hurt. I'm serious. It's in their mind that Tyron Smith stays hurt. Lyle Collins has been hurt since he got drafted. I mean, these type of guys, you know, you don't want to lose them in preseason. You just don't want to lose them. Amari Cooper coming off of footy, you just don't want to lose these type of guys when they get nicked up. You know, I'm just saying. I don't want to do it. And if it's just one series, you know, that really ain't saying nothing. What if you go 3 and out? You see what I'm saying? What if you go 3 and out on your first series? That's it. I mean, come on. You ain't letting them play no more. What if you just go 3 and out? What if you run 3 running plays? First down and 10, you get 5 yards. Second down and 10, you get 4 yards. It's 3rd and 1. You're going to run the ball. The defense stop you. There go your first series. Would you put them back out there? So let's try to get a first down. No, I don't want that. That's just me, though. A lot of coaches wouldn't agree what I'm saying? A lot of you won't agree with it. Well, because I think that from history standpoint, I mean, I think you got to. Cooper's foot has not been right the last 2 years, and he's just coming off of. He still ain't ready. He's getting better, but he's not ready. I don't have to say anything about Tyron Smith. I mean, lately he is about as made out of glass. I know Lyle Collins, as I said before, he hadn't been healthy since he got drafted. And these are the guys who we really are depending on for 17 weeks. I just can't. I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Let me go to Podbean real quick. Yes, Lion Swanee, you're from Ireland. Sure, you can follow. You can follow my show. Just click on it and become a follower. You're from Ireland, okay? You say, can you call in? Okay. I guess let me take my headphones out. If you want, you can call in. I hope you're talking and add to the conversation, but I don't mind you calling in. It just makes the show. And there you are. So you're calling in. Ladies and gentlemen, let me bring you in. Hold on a second. Hello, hold on. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. How you doing? Good. Yes, ma'am. How can I help you? Welcome to the Big Time Show podcast.
You sound very positive.
I sound very positive. Well, it's a reason for optimism. The football season is just starting,
I
and
like the way you sound positive, though. But I'm from Ireland. I'm just ringing in just for a quick chat.
okay. Well, thank you from all the way from Ireland. I appreciate you calling in. Are you a football fan?
Of course.
Okay. Who's your favorite team?
Yeah. Man United.
Monday Nighters? Oh, the 49ers?
Man United. Manchester United. And,
Oh, you're talking about soccer. I'm talking about the NFL. It's nothing wrong with that. When I say football,
No, I'm sorry. I don't know what to. Oh, yeah.
that's okay. But
I follow football. I don't follow. Like, I do follow soccer.
yeah. I don't have no problem with it.
Oh,
I don't have no problem with it. When I say football, I have to remember that when I say that overseas, we say soccer. Uh, we say soccer here, but when we say NFL, that's what we mean. But I appreciate you calling in. Thanks for calling in all the way from Ireland. Follow the show, okay?
yeah, I follow the show.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So, general, not exactly where you're from, just in general where you're from.
I am from Memphis, Tennessee, right here in Memphis,
Oh.
in the United States.
Cool.
Thank
I was
you.
in New York like 10 years ago
Okay.
with my parents, with my mom and dad. So
Appreciate you. Thanks for calling in, okay?
yeah.
All right. All righty. Appreciate you calling in, Lion Swanee. Thank you so much for calling in for that. Hey, Podbean is legit. I tell you, you can talk to people from all over the world very quickly. Uh, Let me get back to football talk. It's just a matter of philosophy. My guy, Ray Brand, I can't hear. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm back. Everybody can hear me now. Hey, what's up, Brandon? I see you, man. Uh Let me see what's good. What y'all talking about here? Can everybody hear me? Can y'all hear me? Somebody say something to me on Facebook or YouTube or Twitch. Can you guys hear me? For some reason, things went out for a reason or something. Can you guys hear me? Somebody say something to me. So let me make sure. I think y'all can because my mic is working pretty good. Uh, thank you. Okay, thank you, Miss Ty. Okay, everybody can hear me. Okay. Well, uh, there's no cure for plantar fasciitis, Eric could says. Well, all the reason why more we need to preserve him. Yeah, Brandon, Podbean is worldwide, Uh, the show has been heard in different parts of the world. Actually, I've had people listen to me from Australia and parts of Europe, um, Germany, and Belgium, and all that kind of stuff. But uh, I don't say nothing about that. But I don't know if they really just listening or want some airtime. But hey, yeah, it had. Well, let's just say that the show has access to all parts of the world. So yeah, so I appreciate anybody that wants to call in, and I'll take the call unless they start talking crazy. And they start talking crazy, then we got a problem. So it is what it is. Uh, E. Kush, that's the reason why we need to be smooth about it. Lyle Collins just coming off hip injury. Tyron Smith just coming off neck surgery. Uh, Lyle Collins had hip surgery. Dak, of course, we all know what happened to Dak. Uh, Ezekiel had a horrible calf. It almost looked like his calf was separated. That's the reason why he was banged up. I mean, you got to be smart. D Law is just coming off of God knows another back surgery. D Law is. And personally speaking, since I'm just coming off 2 weeks ago, my third back surgery, I can tell you firsthand that when he started talking about the back, it just takes away from you. Uh, it is what it is. The back surgeries are no jokers. For instance, Tiger Woods. Uh, I've had the fusion back surgery. Now I've got something else going on. Tiger's had the fusion back surgery, and then he still had to have another surgery after that. Because it's just the back is just a whole different animal. Once you tweak something else. So the question is, nobody really knows how really injured D Law is, who's had, I think, two back surgeries, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's had two. Uh, and exactly, exactly. So when you start talking, add that on to the rigors and the physicalness of football, then maybe it's a reason why. And I'm not making excuses for D Law, but maybe I has the question is, when he played, was he where was he really? I mean, was he 70%? Was he 75? Was he 80? I we don't know because D Law wouldn't tell us. The Cowboys wouldn't tell us. And then he just had another surgery. So, common sense tell me that when you got guys like all the guys I just named, you have got to take precautions. So the idea of having these guys on the field, you know, I just can't see it. I just can't. Uh, we got another 5 weeks, almost 4.5 weeks or so before the season opener against Tampa. 5 weeks maybe. Guess what? Take all them weeks. Get as much ice. Get as much stimulation. Get as much for whoever hurting. Let's look. We gotta load it up. It's 17 weeks. 17 weeks. We don't need to lose these guys in week 2, and then talking about they gone for the year or they won't be back until week 12. That's just. I see you, Brandon. You can't do nothing. Once the back have problems, it's over. But I'm going to take a step further, Brandon. So when E. Kush started talking about the foot, I mean, Amari Cooper's a wide receiver. He got plantar fasciitis in his foot. Good Lord. I mean, what can you do? You can't even run right. I mean, come on now. So, we need to make sure Cooper is close to 100% as he can be. So whatever that means and getting ready as far as treatment goes, that's what we need to do. I don't think we need to be worried about one series in a preseason game or over practicing. You know what I'm saying? Over practicing and all that. Amari Cooper's spot is secure. He ain't battling for no job. He know he is. The timing and all, I understand timing. I do understand that. Getting your timing together. I get that. I get it. That's the where the I guess where the contradiction and the problem is. How much work does he get in practice? That's the question. So even if Cooper was right, he don't need to be going against the Rams in practice. Even though it's a controlled environment, the intensity level is going to be there. For the joint practice with the Rams. Nobody don't want to get embarrassed. Guys are trying to make a team. Everything's gonna be intense. Everything. So it's almost like a game. You don't think CD Lamb ain't gonna go completely try to kill Jalen Ramsey and vice versa? You don't think Jalen Ramsey not gonna try to shut down CD Lamb? It's gonna be intense out there. So we don't need to be going. Tyron Smith is going against some of those guys on that line, Tyler Beard and Zach Martin and Connor Williams, those guys are going to have to see Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald don't know nothing about going halfway. Aaron Donald going to act like this is a real ball game. Them guys going to try to send a message to each other saying, look, just in case we see y'all down the road in the playoffs, we want you to remember this. That's what I would be doing. If I'm Jalen Ramsey going against CeeDee Lamb in practice, I'm sending a message to CeeDee Lamb saying, just in case we see y'all in January, I want you to know that I can shut you down. That's so. Do the guys need to be out there for that type of intensity starting off? Yeah, if you healthy. If you're healthy, yeah. You're not. Dak Prescott, to go back to E. Kush, Dak Prescott don't need to do nothing until whatever little twitch he feels is not there. If they say all it takes is ice and rest, then obviously this don't need no type of structure, no type of surgery, or no type of, if all it takes is just ice and massage and rest, then Dak shouldn't throw anything until it's time. We'll wait until the week of Tampa Bay. Let him practice. Let him get he got to practice then. When he get down to Sunday morning, we play Thursday night. That Thursday morning, or 2 hours before the game, or an hour before the game, you shoot him up. That's what they're gonna do anyway. You shoot him up. He ain't gonna feel nothing. That's what we gotta do. He gonna be all right. You shoot him up. That's all you gotta do. He won't feel anything. And Dak has done that before. If y'all remember a couple years ago, Dak has done that. It's not a good sign, but hey, it's just too much to risk. We don't want that, and everybody's saying the same thing. We don't want to see it turn into something else. So obviously they got information on what it could turn into. So if that means he need to stay on the sideline and run like he been doing and staying in shape like that, it's okay. Let him do that. Just don't put the football in his hand. I'm telling you, got to protect folks from themselves. Don't let them practice. I don't have no problem with it. I don't know how serious it is. Whatever. If it is serious, sit down. Sit down. You don't need to do that. Now I'm through. Well, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Uh, the Hall of Fame, as I said before, great day to be a Cowboy fan. Seeing some of our heroes, especially if you're older, like I am. I remember Drew Pearson. I remember Cliff Harris. Uh, a lot of our Cowboy fans are young. Most of them start with the '90s Cowboys. So you can be happy with Jimmy Johnson. There are a few of us who remember the '70 Cowboys who won Super Bowls with Drew Pearson. Also, and for those that don't remember Cliff Harris, you need to look him up. He deserves to be there. Finally glad that he getting his due. That's if you're older. So it's a great day to be a Cowboy fan. On that note. Uh, one more thing. Let me look at my notes. No, I don't want to talk about that. Let me go and tell y'all this real quick because it's a perfect segue to what I just saw. Uh, what I saw earlier with the guy who tried to come on Podbean. Well, let me thank you, Kush. Kush not gonna let me move yet. Did you see your Bohanna come up and make that tackle on the second level that the linebacker should have gotten? Exactly. The play where he hit the running back, it showed that he don't give up on the play, which is his reputation. And number two, he will hit you, as you saw when he did that. So, hey, mama, my mama's on here. Hey, mama, I see you. Hey, mama. Uh, Bohanna, I got to see just a little bit more. I need to see him a little bit more. Osa had a pretty good play also. But I need to see Bohanna some more. I know his effort is there. I want to see him um, uh, I want to see him with the number ones and see how it works out. It's unfair, really, to judge Bohanna when you can judge his effort, but a lot of guys you're really not gonna be able to really judge because they're not playing with legitimate guys. There's also one other guy that we didn't see, and there's another name that I need to add to the list, E-Kush, and that's LVE. LVE don't need to play nothing. Let him, hit in practice. As fragile he has been, I'm almost scared to see him play in the preseason game. And I know you're saying, well, his first action gonna be the first game against Tampa Bay, his first legitimate hit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, when you have a fragile glass type reputation, uh, I'm sorry. You if you glass, you glass. And LVE is he can't. I mean, hey, I hope his surgery has done well for him. Everybody's saying this about him. I understand it's a contract year, and please understand LVE. I know he want to play because he got a point to prove, and I understand that. But so hey, we got to protect these guys. It's 17 games. 17 games. These guys have to be, it's almost they need to bring the NBA type thing in, load management. Yeah, I some guys may just need to take a game off. I'm serious. It's fragile. I'm serious. Don't ask me who, but I'm just saying. Some of these guys we got are injury prone. It is what it is. Uh, and LV is one of those guys. I almost cringe when I see him on the field because I know he stay hurt. Parsons, he could say, was flying all the field. It's expected. He's a dog. He's a difference maker. I've already predicted he's going to be the rookie of the year on defense in the whole league. I've already predicted it. I'm expecting impact from him from the get go. I'm expecting serious impact from Parsons from the get go. And depending on how they play him, he has a legitimate chance to make a Pro Bowl this year. I'm all in on Parsons. I knew when we drafted him what we were getting. We got a legitimate dog. I'm talking about a legitimate killer. We ain't got many. He's one of them. And I'm expecting him to have a huge year uh, like that. So there's some guys that we just don't need to see. That's my opinion. My opinion is not the gospel. I understand the argument that we need to, guys get their timing down. I get that. I get it. Um, it is what it is. Now, let me close with this. I hope y'all stay with me. And if if you don't understand what I'm saying, then it's okay. If you disagree with what I'm getting ready to say, it's okay. But I have there is a certain group, and this is sports related. It's sports related, but it's more in general. What I'm saying is it's sports related, but it's something different. Because we like to have a slow start, everyone waiting to get on the field. I don't know about that, because I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know that. I don't know that. This is the reason why I say this is the reason why I'm saying that. Because if this offensive line do what I think they can do, there's nobody that can hold these receivers. So they're gonna get open. It's just a matter of Dak hitting them. If this line move people out the way like that, I know they can. Ezekiel is going to average right around 4.6, 4.7 yards a carry. Naturally. I mean, just naturally. If they do what I think. So the movement of the football would not be the problem. It's kind of what we had talked about all this offseason. Kellen Moore. Can he turn 3 points into 7? That's like when we play Tampa, I fully expect us to move the ball. Even though Tampa got a good defense. I don't think it's going to be no cakewalk, but I expect us to move the ball a little bit. The question is, when you get inside that 20, are you going to score? Because see, Brady used to sevens. Field goals are not going to beat Tampa Bay. You got to put the ball in the end zone. I'm waiting to see when we get to the 20-yard line in the red zone. I'm waiting to see the play calls that Kellen Moore make. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do this every game. I'm gonna have a special segment in my show for when we get it. I'm gonna call it Red Zone something. I'm gonna chart every play from inside the 20 for every game, and that's gonna tell me all I need to know. I'm gonna chart every play. I ain't charting from the 20 to 20 because I know Dak is gonna do what he got to do. I want to see the play calls Kellen Moore got. We ain't gonna really get to see all that until we get everybody playing and put real threats out there. Out there to really go to play. Let me say this one last thing about this before I close out. Dalton Schultz. Blake Jarwin had to show me something because Dalton Schultz is a legit NFL tight end. Tight end. He can score. I mean, he not only can he block, he can catch, and then he can make some moves. He's a legitimate threat. I like Schultz. I don't know what Blake Jarwin been looking like. We ain't heard nothing. We don't know what Blake Jarwin done. Blake is practicing, but we ain't seen no film. We haven't seen nothing. We don't know what Blake doing. I think I saw him catch one ball where he got behind the linebackers and looked real good running the route. That's the only thing I seen on Blake. Blake Jarwin, look is picking right up from where he left off, and he is a threat. He is. Blake got to show me. Blake got to show me. Who is this long note? JD. Oh my God. JD. What's up, man? What did you write down? You wrote a dissertation, and I'm going to read it too. What up, y'all? I got 3 questions that need to be answered by the end of preseason. The backup quarterback position. We need someone to come in and compete with Gilbert. JD, you late. I already talked about that, but I'll give you my answer. Gilbert has actual gridiron talent, a good arm, put the ball in tight windows. His issue is hold on the ball too long, protecting the ball better. Need to bring in a decent vet to challenge him. Russian DiNucci is not a quarterback the way DiNucci can run. Might as well try on special teams. Backup O-line or worsen. They need consistency to at least give these quarterbacks time to make a decision to throw the ball in efficient time. They have to improve by September. Kellen Moore is a red zone offense. Need to get back to the basics and get tough in the red zone. Feel good about Quinn and defense. They will get better every game. McCarthy has to bring a tough demeanor for games and in-game adjustments. Glad football is back. Jordan has to prove he can stay healthy. Let me go back, JD, because you late. Not your fault, but I'm just saying you just came in on stuff we already talked about, but I answer your questions because I like you. Number one, we're not gonna get another backup quarterback. This is Stephen Jones territory. Uh, that thing happened last year was just an anomaly when we got Andy Dalton. They're not spending $5 million on no backup quarterback. So I heard Cowboy fans talking about let's go get Nick Foles. Nick Foles is not coming to Dallas. Okay, let's stop it. Those type of guys are not coming. So if we are to bring, I'm quite sure it's a backup quarterback that's out there that we haven't thought about. Somebody mentioned in the chat earlier about Blake Bortles. Um, Blake Bortles, maybe, only because he would be cheap. Blake has experience, but he's not good at all. But he does have experience. Is he better than Gilbert? If he is, it's not by much. I like Gilbert myself. Gilbert's not scared. That's the main thing. Then you have to be fair to Gilbert, JD. The reason why I say that is because he did not have that number one line in front of him. So, in preseason game, the common denominator is that the quarterback is always running for his life in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Blake Bortles is, I would consider that one. You're not going to get a Robert Griffin III. These type of guys, they're just not there. You might end up getting, you may end up getting a backup quarterback off another team, to be honest with you. But we're talking about Stephen Jones here. I believe Stephen Jones loves, I ain't going to say loves, but I think he's satisfied with the quarterback room. DiNucci is horrible. DiNucci will probably be your scout team quarterback this year, practice squad. That's where he belongs. I said earlier, he's an arena league quarterback, and what everybody love. Well, RG3 also left in his contract. He could that he can leave ESPN if some team wants him. He has the flexibility to go back and play. So that's just a matter of the right situation and a team really want him, and RG3 can come back. I wouldn't mind him. I wouldn't mind him at all, even though he's fragile. But I wouldn't mind him. Confidence supreme. You know, I wouldn't mind it. But being everybody done fell in love with Mahomes because guys can throw sidearm and all that. and Ben has strange deliveries, and everybody say he has a Mahomes like delivery. Well, just because he have a Mahomes like delivery don't mean he Mahomes. And he's an arena league quarterback. That's what he is. Decision making is horrible. He throws off. He never had his feet planted. He think his arm. He has a strong arm. I give him that. But and a strong arm don't mean nothing if you ain't got accuracy. And Ben definitely does not have that. So he's a pet peeve of Coach McCarthy, and I think that he needs to let that go. What else did you say? Backup lineman. I think that's just a work in progress. You just got to keep in mind they backups for a reason. You may have just saw that for. Uh, you may have saw that at the Hall of Fame game. Um, what else you put down real crazy? Kellen Moore. Uh, we really not gonna be able to really judge him until the season starts. Uh, we can't judge the Hall of Fame game because our guys weren't in there. Ezekiel wasn't in there. Cooper, Gallup, Lamb, those guys weren't in there. Backup linemen. I ain't putting too much stock into that. I'll wait for Kellen Moore when the season starts, and I'll get back on him on his red zone. Because if you've been following me, you already know I said he ain't worth a dime. And when it comes to the red zone in the first place, uh, what did you say? You said that McGovern needs to start. I think that's a legitimate statement because I saw McGovern last year move people against their will. Played great last year. Uh, and he played guard. So the question is, how much better is Connor Williams, and are we going to be loyal to him? Even to the point that if we put a guy that is supposed to be playing, keep him on the bench just out of loyalty to Connor Williams. Uh, it is. Oh, JD said no, he can at least get to the basics and quit being cute. That's Kellen Moore though. That's what we've been talking about this entire offseason. We're gonna find out. Like, will you? Okay, it's first and goal from the 2-yard line. Why are we lining up a shotgun? Can we just get the ball to Ezekiel Elliott, please, instead of running a goddamn bubble screen? I mean, this is what this is Kellen Moore. We won't know until we get into the red zone, the first game of the year. The offense that we'll call is vanilla. Don't even look for nothing in the preseason. We ain't worried about that. When we play Tampa, when we get in the red zone, then we start lighting Kellen Moore up. I already know. I already know I'm gonna light him up because Kellen Moore is gonna be Kellen Moore. I don't know why everybody thinking that things are going to change with Kellen Moore when he has showed you for the last 2.5 years what he does. I don't know why everybody thinking all of a sudden he just gonna have a philosophy change. It's not Kellen Moore. What we are is a team that is explosive. We got guys that can take a 7-yard slant and can go to the house. That's the kind of team we got. We got a running back that can pound you, and if you give him the ball, I don't know why everybody thinking we just gonna run the ball. No, we're not. This Kellen Moore. This Kellen Moore. The explosiveness is in the wide receiver position. Dak Prescott at the end of games is going to be throwing the ball 35 plus times a game. We are going to be begging, as I've been begging for the last 2 years, please show me the time when Ezekiel Elliott gets over 20 carries in a game. We're going to still have the same situation. Huh? I agree. I'm in total agreement with you, JD. I see what you're saying. But look, it's Kellen Moore. Is Kellen Moore still our offensive coordinator? Huh? If Kellen Moore is still our offensive coordinator, let's stop acting like there's gonna be a philosophy change. Let's just stop it. This, I don't care what y'all say. This is Dak Prescott's team. Now it is. They are going to expose the weaponry that we have. That weaponry is in those three receivers and a tight end. Zeke Elliott has become secondary. Yeah, he gonna get the ball, yes, but he ain't gonna get the ball like everybody thinking. He gonna have his same normal output between 16 and 18 carries a game. He gonna get that dump down screen pass maybe twice, 2 or 3 times a game. I mean, come on. I mean, I don't know why y'all, come on now. I mean, come on. This is what Kellen Moore does. I don't know why. And you can't. And the funny part, as I've said so many times before, the funny part is it's hard to argue it because when you look at the end of the year, the Cowboys' offense is ranked in the goddamn top 5, top 3. So you can't say we're not moving the ball. The stats are there. You can't say it. It's just that red zone efficiency is horrible. That's what he got to get better in, but that's because he has his philosophy. Want to run the Philly special and have Dak go catch the ball and want to run jet sweeps and want to run reverses and want to run bubble screens. I mean, come on. It's Kellen Moore, y'all. I would be shocked. Let me just put it that way. Our talent is too good that they're going to make up for coaching mistakes. You're going to look at a play and say, why in the world did he call this little bubble screen? And CD going to bust one for 60 yards. And there ain't nobody going to say nothing then. Like, everybody say, well, what a great call. What a great play. It may not have been a great play call, but the talent is so good that they're going to make up for bad decisions. That's what we did last year. That's what's going to happen. So you could say when you pass heavy, you're going to be top 3. Exactly. But what's our point ratio because it don't match up? Exactly, Brandon. I see. Exactly. So in order to get what you're talking about, and I guess E. Kush, to get that type of change, you got to change your whole philosophy. And Kellen Moore ain't changing his philosophy. I'm not even going to get my hopes built up with that. I know better. Dak Prescott is going to throw the football 35 times a game, if not more. I'm just giving a minimum of 35 times a game. This is what he going to do. They're going to line up in the shotgun a whole lot. Hey, and that may be the good game plan. If you got some trash cornerbacks, yeah, take advantage of it. But everybody thinking that Zeke Elliott just going to be dang a 1,800-yard rusher. That ain't going to happen. That's not going to happen. He's not going to get those type of carries. I've always said, and for those of I've always said it, go back. Don't count last year. Last year was a wash. Nobody was there. Everybody was hurt, so I don't count last year. But go back to the year 2019 when Zach was there, when Ezekiel was there, when the linemen primarily were there. Go look at the stats. Go look how many times Ezekiel Elliott carried the ball, at least 20 times per game for the whole season. It's not there. You can count on one hand. Hey, Tex, I'm sorry on Podbean. I'm so sorry, Tex. It's good to have you back. I'm back. I appreciate you. Let me read what Tex is saying. This is one of my frequent visitors to the show. We'll put up points. That's about one thing you can bank on. They'll put up points, Kels, but they'll put up points, but the red zone is what the problem is. Scoring won't be an issue for the Cowboys. It's how they score is what my problem is with them. We have a backup quarterback issue for now. Yeah, for sure. Oh, she's been tagging along. Let me see. Man, they put up massive points. You don't need to worry about that. We worried about their defense in the middle of that. True. I don't want this team to put up 40 points a game. This is a throwing offense and a running offense anymore. You have one of the best quarterbacks in the league and wide receiver. Exactly, Tex. Tex said this is a throwing offense and not a running offense anymore. You have one of the best quarterbacks and a set of best wide receivers in the league. That's why I don't know why everybody think we're gonna run the ball. I agree with Tex 100%. There is no way y'all can say we running the ball. You got what everybody say now is the top 5 quarterback, and you got ESPN ranked us, I think, number 2 as far as the best wide receiving core in NFL. I mean, give me a break. There is no way that you gonna tell me Zeke Elliott all of a sudden hadn't done it all this time, gonna start getting the ball 25 times a game. It ain't gonna happen. When it was cold outside, Ezekiel Elliott wasn't running the ball 25 times a game. They were throwing the ball in. See what I'm saying? I can't. Yeah, Zach, JD, that's what I said. JD, Rico got my game ball on offense. I think he's legitimately established himself as a guy that definitely need to be on the roster, number one. But then number two, most importantly, JD, the history of, as I said before, Ezekiel hadn't been healthy in the last couple of years. Body's breaking down. Well, you need JD, you need Rico there, just in case it happens again. And I think that between him and Pollard, the running game won't fall off the cliff. I think Rico can handle the ball. I know Pollard can, and I don't think you're gonna lose too much. I'm not saying it's not there, but I agree because we all know where we need to be a balanced team, and I done heard what Coach McCarthy done said, but I mean, come on now. This is Kellen Moore. Unless Mike McCarthy is going to tell Kellen Moore in his ear, which he didn't do last year, unless he gets in his face on that sideline and say, hey, let's run the ball. He didn't do that last year. He let Kellen Moore call the plays. That's what he did. He didn't tell him nothing. I know that because look at the stats. So that's all you got to do is look at the stats, y'all. Don't look at 2020, like I said. Go back when they were healthy. Dak is throwing the football. Exactly. No, it's not gonna happen, Brandon. It's not gonna happen. We don't. We're not. I've always said we're talking about we can wear the guys out of the fourth quarter. Well, your offensive linemen, the only way they're gonna wear people out unless they go forward. And our offensive linemen are always on the heels because they pass blocking all the time. They bagging up. The fourth quarter, the guys ain't tired. The defense not tired because you ain't laid on them. Why? Because you ain't gave the ball to Zeke Elliott but 14 times. You gave the ball to Pollard 4 times. You ran the ball under 20 times with 2 running backs. This is what Kellen Moore is. That's all you don't believe me? Go look at the stats. That's all I'm going to tell you. Look how many times Dak Prescott threw the ball over 40 times. And somebody's going to try to convince me that Kellen Moore all of a sudden has a tremendous philosophy change. I'll believe it when I see it. That's all I'm going to say. Only thing I'm asking for is some common sense. If it's first down and goal from the 2-yard line, will you please get the ball to Zeke Elliott? And I ain't talking about from no spread offense. Line up, one-on-one to a lineman. We're going to run right here. We're going to hit you in your mouth. Stop us if you can. That's what I'm talking about. Power football. That's all I'm asking for. Give me a chance. I ain't got time for that kind of stuff. Tex says CD look like the real deal. Oh, I talked about him earlier, CD. He's tremendous. CD will turn to the number one wide receiver. I said that earlier in the offseason. He will be the number one. Parson also looks like a beast. I think we got something in that guy. We got, in my opinion, Tex, we got the defensive rookie of the year coming. Yeah, he could. Well, let me put he could comment up right there. That's, ladies and gentlemen, that's the truth. Right there. I couldn't have said it better myself. What he could just said right there. That sums up my analysis of Kellen Moore. There were plenty of games where Dak Prescott threw it 50 times a game. So, and that was before CD came in. CD was still at Oklahoma. y'all understand what I'm saying? CD Lamb was still at Oklahoma, and Dak was throwing it over 40 times. What in the world do you think would have happened now that you got CD? Come on, y'all. CD had 900, I believe, and 35 yards with 4 different quarterbacks last year. You already know if Dak would have been there last year, CD would have been a 1,000-yard receiver. I think Gallup had 840 some odd yards or something. Come on, y'all. Y'all know what everybody said at the beginning of last year would have happened. We would have had 3 1,000-yard receivers. Cooper did get over 1,000 yards. We would have had 3 1,000-yard receivers. Dak could have played just another 3 games, and they would have had over 1,000 yards. So please don't tell me that all of a sudden you give Dak Prescott all this money for him to hand the ball off 35 times a game. It is not going to happen. I don't know why everybody is thinking that this is where it's going to be. So come on, y'all. I know some of y'all listen to everybody else and saying what that's our desire. It's not reality. It's our desire that we run the ball. We talking about Kellen Moore. Y'all know the plays. Y'all done seen the last year. This kid love to throw the football. He think it's Boise State where he came from. He came from the Detroit Lions when Scott Linehan was his offensive coordinator. Excuse me, what did Matthew Stafford and Megatron do? The same Megatron that's getting ready to go in the Hall of Fame this weekend. They threw the football. Can you name any Detroit running back from them days? No. The only running back you probably think of is Reggie Bush. And what did Reggie Bush do? He caught the ball out the backfield. He wasn't running no football. This is where Kellen Moore came from. When Scott Linehan went to Dallas, the Cowboys traded to get Kellen Moore to come to Dallas. Who was the offensive coordinator? Scott Linehan. What did Scott Linehan run? The same plays that he ran in Detroit. How do we know that? Because what did Tony Romo do? Except 1 year. 1 year. Just 1 year. When they ran DeMarco Murray into the ground. 1 year, there was a philosophy change. Scott Linehan gave the ball to DeMarco Murray finally. We won 12 games. Should have beat Green Bay. Should have almost been to the Super Bowl, almost. But DeMarco Murray had 1,800 yards rushing. Tony Romo did not throw the ball crazy. Other than that 1 year, what did Tony Romo do? Line up a shotgun, throw the football. We begged Scott Linehan, will you please give the ball to Marion Barber? Will you please give him the ball? Please. He wanted to throw. And y'all thinking that that's all Kellen Moore done seen? Come from Boise State where he lined up a shotgun his whole college career. He was under Scott Linehan his whole football career. And then all of a sudden, you really believe Kellen Moore gonna change? Come on, y'all. And he already got done. He already has stuff on tape that shows you what he gonna run. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. It's called reality. That's what I'm gonna give you on this show. It's called reality. I don't live in fantasy land. I don't do that. What'd you say, Tex? Those other guys ain't young anymore. It's logical to throw the ball because that's our strength. I'm in total agreement. Our strength is Texas right. Our strength is the wide receiver. It's not Ezekiel Elliott no more, y'all. I know that sound. I know somebody might want to throw something at me. Ezekiel Elliott is not number one option. He's not. Showed you that. Showed you that 2 years ago. He is not the number one option. Let's do this right here. Let's rank this before I go. I want to talk about something else, but let's go offensively real quick. Let's go position wise. Our priorities. Name the top priorities. I started off. The most important position on our offense is quarterback. That's number one. Number two, strength wise. Strength. Strength now. Our number one strength is our quarterback. Our number two strength is our wide receivers. Our number three strength is our offensive line. And then here comes Zeke. Yeah, I'm just saying. You might want to tie Ezekiel with the offensive line. We'll make them a 3A and a 3B. That's the strength of our team. So how in the world do you think that all of a sudden the philosophy is going to change where the number 3 becomes the number 1? It's not going to happen. It's not going. You're not paying Dak Prescott to hand the ball off 35 times a game between Pollard, Rico, and Zeke. This it's just, I'm sorry, y'all. Would I love to see Zeke Elliott get the ball 20 plus times? Yes. Yes. No, because we getting Zeke $100 million to run the ball between 16 and 18 times a game, maybe 16. And then to go catch the ball at least 4 to 5 times out the backfield. Make sure you catch that screen pass that always seem to be open. But running the ball 20 plus times a game, that's not in the description anymore. That's not Kellen Moore, y'all. That's reality. I'm not making it up. Just Google it. Google it. That's what the strength of this team is. Dak Prescott, number 1. Just follow the money. Follow the money. Follow the money. Next is our offensive line. No, excuse me. Next is our wide receivers. That's the strength of this team. Third is the offensive line / Ezekiel Elliott. The tight ends probably come in fourth. That's really it. Now, I'm serious. So I don't know why y'all think Kellen Moore all of a sudden going to be Kellen Moore. That's just my opinion. Y'all can think something else. Ezekiel Elliott is not the priority of this team. Would I like him to be? I would love it to be, because I know the play action game is going to be there wide open. If we gave him the ball, if we ball control, if we did all, I can see us winning double-digit games easily. If you let this offensive line lay on these guys, move them out the way and all that kind of stuff, I would love it. I think we got the ability to do it. I would love that. I think we would win 11, 12, 13 games if we followed that formula. Yeah, I do. But Kellen Moore don't do that. I don't even know why y'all look. Kellen Moore don't do it. He would shock me this year if a philosophy change happened. He would shock me. I would be very happy, but I'm realistic. They're going to line up in a 3 wide receiver set. They're going to spread defenses out. They hope to take the 8-man out of the box thing by putting 3 receivers out. And what you going to do? Now, don't make it obvious, Kellen Moore. Just because you got 3 receivers out there don't necessarily mean you got to line up in the shotgun. You can get under center, have 1 running back in the back, and that way the threat of the run is there. And I ain't talking about no zone reads. And I ain't talking about that. Line up the 3 receivers, let that get under center, Have Ezekiel Elliott in the backfield. That way the threat of the run is there with a 7-man box. Look out. But if you line up in the shotgun all the time, chances are people gonna think you're gonna go ahead and run the ball. That's all. That's gonna be our primary formation. A 3 wide receiver set this year. And they're gonna let that kill people. That's what he was doing before he got hurt. We already seen it on film. Before he got hurt, we were primarily lining up in a 3 wide receiver set. And that was destroying people. We wasn't winning, but we were scoring, good Lord, 34, 30, 31 points a game. We're giving up 32 and 33. But the scoring was not an issue. Scoring, we were scoring. Tex, I agree with you. But see, right there, Tex, check this out. On Podbean, everybody on Facebook and YouTube and everything, Tex just said that he would love to see a 2 wide receiver, a 2 running back set. In other words, he would love to see, I'm assuming this is what he's saying, that he would love to see Ezekiel and Tony Pollard in the backfield together. Look here. How long has Tony Pollard been with Dallas? 2 years now? How long have we been begging for that? Kellen Moore could have been done this, but he ain't done it. We've been begging for that. You want to create a mismatch? I mean, help me, y'all. When have you seen Dak Prescott in the shotgun with Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard on opposite sides in the shotgun? When have y'all seen that? If you've seen it, it ain't been often. We've been begging for this. You know, it's just stuff. This Kellen Moore, y'all. I don't know why y'all hype about it. Look, I'm expecting us to have a great year offensively. I'm expecting us to score points. It's just not going to be the way that we want it. I still think we're going to score 30 points easily, 25 points a game, 24 and up. I still think we're going to do that. I just don't think it's going to be the way that you think it was going to happen. And if you're throwing the ball like that and you have these 3 and outs, if you ain't, hopefully the defense is better. But if the defense is not, they will be better. It's just how much better are they? If we go 3 and out, okay, can you make them go 3 and out instead of having a long drive like they had last year? The offense had to score last year. That's how bad it was. The offense had to score. That's how bad it was. They had to score because we knew we couldn't stop nobody. This year, I'm hoping that's not the case. It is what it is. I'm done talking football. Well, not really. Let me go to this. I'll close with this. I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of, and not you guys that are hanging with me. Not you guys on Podbean, because I know we like family. I know we're like family. So I'm not really talking to you. I'm talking to these ones that will be watching this replay on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook, who will watch this a little bit later on. And Podbean, if you listen to, I'm sick of some folks. And I'm going here. I put this in my Facebook post earlier. When the USA basketball team lost those couple exhibition games back to back, folks was almost like they were celebrating that the USA lost exhibition games. You can hear them loud and clear. They were talking, and then a whole lot of folks, for some reason, wanted to tie Black Lives Matter and their stances socially and try to bring that into the reason why they lost the game, an exhibition game. I'm serious, y'all. Y'all got friends like that on your timeline. Y'all got friends like that. And they were loud when they lost. Well, just in case you don't know, This is big time show podcast. This is a sports podcast, so I venture into all type of sports. So this is legit. Well, those same people, and I've been looking for them. I've been looking for them because I'm loaded with people like that who love to politicize everything. They love that. This country has turned into really a Democrat Republican world. There's no middle ground. It is what it is. You have people who it is Donald Trump way, or it's the Democrat way. And I don't even call it Republican Party no more. It's Donald Trump Party. So that's how bad it is. Them same people didn't say nothing because USA team won gold last night. I'm looking for the same people that ran their mouth earlier, called in the exhibition game. I'm looking for them, but I ain't heard nothing. They quiet now. They quiet. They ain't said nothing. Just don't now they want to say who watched the Olympics. You did because you wanted to broadcast when they lost in the exhibition games. Yeah, you did. You watched it. You put it on your page. Then you want to say if they weren't worried about the flag, nobody didn't kneel in the flag. Nobody didn't do none of that. You want to blame everything on all that. Then you want to blame LeBron James. LeBron James can't do right one way or the other. If he play, they want to blame him. And then if they don't play, they say, well, he should be playing and all that kind of stuff. So LeBron can't win. Folk will blame LeBron for them losing them exhibition games. Just unbelievable. Y'all saw it. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. It is what it is. I'm looking for the same people. I'm looking for the same people now that ran their mouth. And all of a sudden they got a mute button on their mouth. They just muted. They don't want to say anything. So I called them out today on my Facebook page. All these silent haters. I got another word for them too. I got another word for them. This country is messed up. It really is. It really is. And some may say, well, you messed up too, Doug. Brooks, you may be messed up. Maybe I am. Maybe, hey. I just have a different perspective. You see things the way you see them, then I see things the way that I see them. One of us is right. Both of us may be right in some areas. But then you got to go to the meat of the matter. You got to dig and ask yourself why is there so much hate for the NBA basketball players? Why? Because you allowed, y'all, some of y'all looking at me now. You allowed talking about that, about when they lost. Now you quiet now. Why didn't you say something about the USA winning the gold medal? It's because you're a hater, and some of them, I'm going to go on and say it, some of them are closet racist. Yeah, I said it. Closet racist is what I said. Because your hate it comes from gentlemen who took a stance and saying this is wrong. Guys who are powerful in their position, who use their platform to speak to power, truth to power. Why is that truth to power? Because when LeBron James speaks, the world hears it. He has that type of platform. He don't have to get on the microphone. All he got to do is type something in on Twitter. The whole world hears it, and the whole world is going to respond. He's saying killing is wrong. That's all he said. Folks politicize it, even to the point where Laura Ingram will say, you need to just dribble the ball. Shut up and dribble. Just be quiet. You just play basketball. You don't get a chance to say nothing. Only we can say something. You don't get to say nothing. You just dribble. You just shoot the ball in the hoop. You don't say anything. Some of y'all that's looking at me right now on this river, not y'all in my little family. Some of y'all looking at me, y'all share the same sentiments. Y'all can't stand that this guy, y'all got mad because when they boycotted, you got mad in the bubble when the bubble was going on. You got mad because they had a meeting with President Obama trying to figure out how they can make things better. What did they come up with? They came up with, okay, we'll play, but we need these stadiums that we play in to become sites for voters so they can have a place to vote. So they don't have to be cooped up in all these gigantic lines. There'll be freedom there. What's wrong with that? Oh, y'all got mad at that. So you got mad, number one, because they spoke out against social issues, which you know were legit because you got the same TV we got too. You saw the same knee on the main neck that we saw. But I forgot. We got different perspectives. We saw, some folks saw the knee on the man neck and got ticked off about it. But then there were others of you that saw the man neck, and the first thing you wanted to do was find out what he did in his past life. That's what you did. We saw the knee on the neck and saying, regardless of what he did in his past life, regardless if he got drugs in the system, he don't deserve to have a man knee on the neck for over 90 for all those minutes. That's what we said. Some folks said, well, he's a legitimate drug abuser. He didn't have to die. That's what we saw. That's what everybody's saying. But like I said, you see it one way, we see it another way. That's the problem. And it's to the point that going back to sports, since y'all don't want me to talk social issues, I'll go back to sports. There are many of you that are looking at me that actually put down your patriotism for the United States of America and was actually cheering against the United States men's basketball team. Oh, you cheer for the United States women's basketball team. You cheer for that. But no, you don't want to cheer for the men's basketball team. You were cheering for Slovenia. You wanted Luka to win. And yes, you cheered for France last night because you didn't want the Americans to win. And when they won, guess what they did? You were mad. You were mad. Yes, you were. You were mad. Y'all don't want to tell the truth. Y'all don't want to tell the truth. The boys put the American flag around their shoulders. They didn't kneel. They got their gold medals. And some of y'all were mad at that because they put the American flag on their shoulders. Some of you probably don't even think they deserve to put it on their shoulders because of their social stances. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Ladies and gentlemen, if you feel that way, can I go ahead and tell you this? You are a part of the problem. It's what I call closet racist. No, you won't use the N word. But the truth of the matter is, when it comes to all this kind of stuff, when it comes to soldiers, unarmed black men getting shot, when it comes to George Floyd, knee on the neck, when it comes to all types of black issues like that, you'll legitimize just say it a different way. When really the truth of the matter is, you know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is. You the same people that agree with Donald Trump. They're fine people on both sides. You ain't got no problem with Charlottesville. You didn't have no problem with it. You didn't have no problem with it. They can protest just like Black Lives Matter. That's what you said. They can protest too. But you forgot that the Ku Klux Klan and white supremacist groups are on the FBI's hate groups. They don't get a chance to do all that. Black Lives Matter movement or whatever is not. You see the difference. See? That's how y'all. You are a part of the problem, ladies and gentlemen. Your heart ain't right. Your heart's not right. And I'm not the type to sugarcoat nothing. I'm not for to massage you. I'm not for to act like the problem ain't there. You have a heart problem. You have a heart problem. And let me go ahead and throw this in. You not only and it's too late now because some of you have the DNA in you of Donald Trump now. The DNA of Donald Trump is where common sense ain't common no more. Some of you have been loaded with it now, to the point that you don't even believe what doctors say. You believe what Trump said. You don't believe what doctors say. Guys who went to school for 20 years know what disease look like. You taking all your keys from Donald Trump talking points. This is the same guy who said, take some bleach. This is the same guy that said, hey, the cold air gonna make the virus go away. This is the same guy who is right in your face, but had rallies all across the country. No mask, nowhere. That's when it was really going crazy. When the coronavirus really spread. This is who y'all like to take your advice from. This is what y'all did. This is what it. No respect for the virus at all. Everybody saying wear a mask. They didn't wear it. In the Rose Garden at the White House. No mask on. Now everybody catching it. Everybody catching it at the White House. Even the president himself, Donald Trump, caught it. And then you want to wonder why he caught it. You didn't put no mask on. Y'all killing me. You are a part of the problem. And I'm just the type of guy that would tell you you are a part of the problem. And I don't have no problem with it. You have a problem with people speaking our truth. You want to keep things as it is. Shut up and dribble. You don't get to say that. You just don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. You shut up and dribble. Go play ball. That's what your job do. You're not supposed to talk about it. I'm gone. I know y'all don't like what I'm saying, but it is what it is. I'm gone. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back, y'all. I see you guys Tuesday. 3:00. I'm out. I just had to get that out. Don't be a part of the problem. Become the solution. I'm out. This is the Big Time Show.